So this is the one that I will be interviewing for today. Can you introduce yourself?
Okay, so my name is Angel. I'm from faculty FBNP. I'm taking Foundation in Business.
And she's also a Sabahan, so you will see a slightly different pronunciation from her. As so am I. So our topic for this documentary is about aspects of pronunciation. Can I ask you? Sure you've heard of the term. I'm sure you've learned about rhotic or non-rhotic accent before, but you've never heard of the term. Do you know about what these things are?
Actually, I never know, and I never heard about the term rhotic and non-rhotic, but maybe you can explain to me.
Alright, I will. So, in a rhotic accent, speakers usually pronounce their R whether it's before a consonant or it's at the end of a word. So they will usually um, pronounce it. So, let's take an example. Let's say for rhotic car. There's an R there at the end of the word. So speakers would have to pronounce those words in a rhotic accent. Whereas non-rhotic accent, you kind of have to silence the R word whenever it's before consonant or the R is at the end of a word. Let's say just now car. But for non-rhotic accent, we would say car. We don't say the R. We say car. Okay. Do you get the
Yeah, I get it. Okay, so I got the idea. So basically, rhotic accent for American people, and non-rhotic basically usually for British people.
Yes, that's actually kind of true. Got the idea because that's what usually take an example from or define them from, right?
Yeah.
So I have an activity for you today. So I have two words here which are star and also further. So I want you to pronounce these words in a rhotic accent and also in a non-rhotic accent, and I want to see how you would do it. So I have a word here. I want you to start with this first.
Okay, so in rhotic accents, it pronounced star, and in non-rhotic accents, it pronounced star.
So now we have one word that I want her to pronounce. So we want to hear her pronoun is a non-rhotic and rhotic. So can you pronounce it?
In rhotic accent, it pronounced further, and in non-rhotic accent, it pronounced further.
Wow, that was very good. So what is difficulty that you find out in this word that you feel like it's very hard, that you difficult?
The pronunciation. I think further. Further is more harder to pronounce instead of further, because basically in Malaysia we practicing in rhotic accent instead of non-rhotic accent.
Yes, that was very common, right?
So I want to ask your opinion about the differences in pronouncing rhotic accent and also non-rhotic accent. If you have anything to expand or to give opinions, you can tell me.
So in my opinion, I think rhotic accent is more easy because we are practicing since little by watching, like,
Oh yeah, cartoons
Yeah,
on
cartoons.
television shows.
American show basically. And for non-rhotic, we are
That's true.
not been practicing in Malaysia because usually since high school or maybe primary school, we are practicing in American accent, which is rhotic accents. So yeah.
Yeah, I have to agree with that too. We are not really familiar with British accent, but it's similar to British accent. I think it's similar. I have to agree with you on that because I think we have the same childhood. We watch a lot of American television shows, so I have to agree with that. But as in, if you want to say about formality or what we learn in Malaysia, we use Oxford Dictionary, so that means we should follow how if you are referencing people who talks in non-erotic way, we should be influenced by them. So by that, I think we have to learn how to pronounce these words correctly. It, as for me, I'm gonna be soon. I'll be a teacher, so that's why I have to like master these things and provide the best to my future students. Yeah, and you are officially my student. Yeah, thank you so much for having me, and I love you so much.
I love you too.
Hello, so a very good morning to you and thank you for being here. My name is Bella and he is Shehraz, she is Patrice, and she is Aisha. May I know your name first?
My name is Dayal.
Sorry?
Dayal
Dayalmi. So you're currently taking diploma.
in medical system.
So we actually want to ask you a few questions. So the first one is actually, do you know rotic and non-rotic?
Actually, no.
No. Oh, you still haven't got any idea of it? So my friend here would explain to you.
So I'm gonna explain to you about what's rotic and non-rotic. So rotic is like okay. So there's two divided into English spoken language, which is one rotic and non-rotic. Okay, as you know, there's two kind of spoken English that we've been using in our daily life. Okay, this is the rotic and non-rotic accent. The rotic accent is actually an American English, while the non-rotic accent is a British English. Right? So now you know what's an American and British English. Right. So in the non-rotic accent, we don't usually pronounce the R sound unless it is followed by a vowel sound in the same phrase. In the rotic accent, R sound will always be pronounced. Get it? So I will be giving you one word and I want you to try pronounce it. Okay. After that, tell us the difficulties that you experience while pronouncing this word and the difference in the pronunciation of it.
Car.
So for this word, how did you pronounce it?
Walker. Walker.
Walker. Okay. From these two words, can you identify which accent did you use while pronouncing this word?
Yeah, you pronounce American.
So the rotic accent.
The rotic accent.
Okay. Okay, so actually, in Malaysian, we used to be using a British accent, which is non-rotic. The R one is been silenced in particular words. So for the first word is CAR, we pronounce it car, and the second word is walker. Is it? Which is the R also silenced, and for A we use like WAW, walker. Yeah. So may I ask you, how did you feel after like knowing how to pronounce the word actually in non-rotic or rotic accents? So how did you feel after knowing these two kind of English accents in Malaysia?
Actually, it's kind of general knowledge. This is first time I'm hearing there's two type of English language, so something new.
How do you usually differentiate the pronunciation in your English spoken language? Like if you talk English, how do you differentiate your pronunciation?
With the alphabet R.
So I have another question for you. So how can you implement these non-rhotic and rhotic English accents in your daily life? For example, in your examination or studies, speaking. So how did you implement in your daily life?
Do you usually like speaking with your family in English, or is it mixed?
Mix. May, if I'm sorry for disrupting, what kind of English that you use while talking with your family members and friends? I know it.
American accent, non-rot.
This? Yeah.
Yeah.
Rhotic. Okay, so American. Yep.
One last question for you. Will you be able to like explain to your friends about non-rhotic and rhotic after we explain it to you?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Like it's kind of interesting, so maybe I can share with my family members, my friends. Sure.
Even if we're actually different course from yours, so you can actually explain to them. For example, like when you're chit chatting during you guys lunch or something.
So, thank you, Dayani, for joining us today and spending your time with us. And it is amazing to meet you with a fascinating question and answering us back. It's amazing, and we're glad to have you here.
So thank you so much for today. I hope you do your best in your studies.
Thank you. Welcome. All the best.
Okay,
All the
see
best.
you.